What's going on, guys? This is your boy XQ420 here, and in today's video, we're going to go on over right here. Miss Patrisse Cullors resigning from the Black Lives Matter. One of the co-founders, okay? She's hanging up the cape, okay? She will no longer be a superhero for the Black Lives Matter organization. And it's just kind of funny how right after, it got exposed that she was buying up all this expensive real estate, how multiple chapters were saying, hey, we're not getting the proper funding and things of that nature, looking into the finances of the Black Lives Matter organization. All of a sudden, she's like, I think it's time for me to give it up. Let's jump into this. Alright guys, I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. I hope y'all having a fantastic day. If it's your first time here though, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Right here, Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors resigns after controversy over $1 million home purchases. Alright, now I made a video about said purchase, well, about one of her purchases. But we had found out that she had purchased multiple houses during this, I think over the past few years, if I'm correct. And they said that right here, the 4 high-end homes totaling more than $3.2 million. So, I mean, race baiting does pay. It pays off really well, okay? It's a very well-paying job, all right? Obviously, with 7 figures. It's a 7-figure type of job to race bait, okay? To exploit these situations where a black man got killed by the police, a black woman got killed by the police, to exploit them for financial gain, because it's what these people do. People like her, people like the Reverend Al Sharpton. Oh yes, they love it. They want to keep that stuff alive, because if it dies off, if it fades into the night, then they ain't gonna be able to get no check, because they have no worth other than that, okay? Now, what she's saying right here, she said, I've created the infrastructure and the support and the necessary bones and foundation so that I can leave. It feels like the time is right. Oh yes, the time is right now that folks are digging into the finances, trying to figure out what's going on. I did see something else about Miss Cullors, about how some of the funds from the Black Lives Matter have been funneled into another organization that she owns. I believe it's it's either art company or art gallery. So, I mean, hey, what we talking? We talking a little embezzlement? I mean, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how that works. Now we know that those funds, when you go to the Black Lives Matter, you would click on it. It would take you to Act Blue. Act Blue is part of the Democratic Party. So who was the money actually going to? Okay, that's all I'm trying to figure out. Was it going to any of the black families? I don't believe so. None of the black families are making a statement that the Black Lives Matter really came around and helped them out. Really got them back on their feet. No, but I do see states and stuff, they paying folk $27 million. I mean, George Floyd's family got $27 million. I'm like, for what? I'm like, bud. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Now, of course, they tried to say, she tried to say that them talking about her purchase of the homes were right-wing attacks. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. The people put that out there to appeal to emotion, okay? Because whether you consider yourself a Republican or a Democrat, you go left-wing, you go right-wing. Now, I've always said woke is something totally different. Woke ain't got nothing to do with the Democratic Party. It is more of a ideology, okay? Woke is something totally different, because all kind of folks can be against the woke nonsense. But they always throw that right-wing stuff up there so they can try to garner some emotion from people to get them on their side. Oh, Democrats, listen to me, it's a right-wing attack. Oh, them damn right-wingers. Oh, bud, we know what happens on the right wing. There's nothing but filth over there. That's what they're trying to say. I'm like, look, bud, there's filth on both sides. Let's not get it twisted, okay? There are filth on both sides, okay? And and I've always wanted people to stay kind of neutral. You need to be looking at both sides critically, okay? Don't let yourself get caught up in emotion on just being on a side, okay? Look at both sides with a critical eye. Now, of course, she posted a video on her YouTube account which I don't care about because it's a whole lot of nonsense. And I know this for a fact, okay? Without a shadow of a doubt. It's a whole lot of whole lot of soliloquy and a whole lot of nothingness, okay? I mean, that's all I'm saying. So, but she never mentions anything. Well, she just briefly mentions about her controversy from the home purchases. But I mean, that's a big deal, okay? That's a real big deal. I mean, when you over here and supposedly these chapters are not getting the funding that they're looking, the families are not getting any money, and on top of that, I'm not seeing BLM bring up any type of infrastructure in the black communities as far as better paying jobs, getting them better training to actually apply for better paying jobs. If they were about helping black people as opposed to exploiting black people, then we might have something there, okay? But that's what they are. They're about exploitation, okay? And she felt like the time was right because she seen that the actual the movement for the Black Lives Matter, that shit is tanking, okay? It is tanking, and she's like, this is no longer profitable, okay? At the moment, okay? Now, I might come back around if I see I can knock out another ducat or two. I mean, but right now, I mean, as far as you talking about June, July of last year, oh, bud, but everybody was out here. They had both fists up, their feet, and their butt cheeks. I mean, they were levitating. They were so into Black Lives Matter. And that stuff just kind of died down some. I felt like, oh, yeah, Black Lives, yeah, that organization, yeah, well, yeah, about that. So all they're doing is just sitting and waiting in the wings for another black person to be killed, and usually a man, even though their whole premise was not even about men. They could care less about black men. This woman's a lesbian. Their whole thing was LGBTQ community, especially the transgender, okay? Which that's been pushed out a whole lot. Now, just to let you know about their monies, it was revealed in February they took over $90 million last year. That's what they took in. And that was following May 2020 death of George Floyd, okay? So, it said the foundation said it ended 2020 with a balance of more than $60 million. After spending nearly a quarter of his assets on operating expenses, grants to black-led organizations, and other charitable giving. Yeah, but a lot of these BLM chapters ain't seen the charitable giving, okay? They said a lot of the families ain't seen the charitable giving. So they're like, hold on a second. You said that you gave it the charitable giving to these black-led organizations, but I'm not seeing the product of the seed that you have sown, okay? When I went to reap, and there was nothing there to reap, as if the seed was not sown. So, I mean, these folks like, hey, I mean, I know what you're saying, but you're lying, okay? And then I see you buying all that property. Hold on a second. I mean, the community needs some of that dust, but they're nowhere to be found. All of a sudden, Patrisse Cullors, she need to hang up. She need to hang it up. In closing on this, bub, she got what she needed out of the organization. She was able to get her company jump started. She was able to make plenty of money, and now she's bouncing. She could gives a damn. These race baiters like this don't give a damn about no black folk, okay? They could care less. They go buy the crib around a whole bunch of the white folk, the safer communities, okay? There's some black communities that are safer, that are safe, but a lot of these people go right to the all white area. Make sure they buy the property there. I'm just trying to figure out what the deal is, okay? If whitey's bad, if all these white folks are the filth of the earth, then why are you going buying your property around there? It's because you're full of shit, okay? And we've known this from the get-go. And I've known it. But some folks got suckered in because we got people who are weak of mind, okay? Now, that's got to do with how they were raised and what they were taught and pretty much the lack of critical thinking, okay? You always follow the money. You always try to see what kind of, what am I trying to say here? What their motivations are, okay, behind what they are doing. Is it dollar-based, okay? Or are you actually able to see the fruit of the seed that they sown or not? So that's the whole premise there. So I want to know what y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section below. This isn't surprising to me. Cullors, she was getting the heat put on her, buying these properties up. We've got some other details out about her potentially funneling some of that money to other organizations that she leads. So I mean, hey, now's the time to get out because BLM's at an all-time low as far as support. So I was like, hey, but it ain't profitable at the moment, so I got to bounce. And they putting the heat on me. So I hope y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. This has been your boy XQ420. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.